We have to worry about whether or not we're the right shaped vegetables and so on. Regulatory taxes, the overall indirect taxes, and the general level of taxes overall are all things CI is involved with. CI is a activist public policy free market group, and we're integrated, vertically integrated in the sense that we go from preparing the intellectual ammunition, the analytic work, market it, build alliances, and then actually engage the advocacy process, sort of a soup-to-nut approach, trying to make good policy, good politics.
What has been your participation in the activities today on April 15th?
Well, as you can see, we're actually having a lot of fun putting together packages. CI has long been involved in addressing the overall burden of government, the tax in the broadest sense, the way in which government taxes its citizens by burdens that are often hidden and so forth. And what we're seeing is more and more an attempt to move us from this is what we think this is the burden we're going to place on you because we think it's worthwhile, to indirect taxes, the green tea taxes now, as we're now talking about, global warming taxes that Michelle Bachmann and Chris Horner have talked about in the past, but also regulatory taxes, the way in which we have to fill in forms, we have to have to apply for applications. There are decisions that they're going to impose a massive regulatory tax on the U.S. economy and the U.S. consumers, the whole taxation of the financial service industry through regulation, burdens through tax regulation, but also their proposals for cap and trade. Their decision that we're going to impose a charge every time we cut our lights on, we move our cars, we make ourselves more comfortable, we do anything that involves energy use, which is essentially everything we do, and that tax is totally buried. We're not really taxing anyone, we're just imposing environmental purity on Americans. You know, there's only three things the government can do. It can tax us, it can regulate us, or it can inflate us. And no one, I think, who has looked at the amount of money now being spent, the trillions and trillions of dollars being spent, believes that it's going to be possible to avoid taxes today, taxes tomorrow, or inflation. And that's what all of us, I think, fear, that as bad as the situation is now, by essentially raising spending and by borrowing against America's future, our children's future, the tax burden that we're now imposing on Americans, whether it's through inflation or through honest taxes or through borrowing, is going to be extending into the infinite future. Bush administration started this mess, but Obama looks like he's doubling up on it.